74 inches. And standing across the ring from him, perhaps the greatest to ever do it, Sugar Ray Robinson. Even though he's 180 centimeters tall, he still made 61 kilos. And his reach is 184 centimeters.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, one of the past. Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this sport. Inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1990, he fights out of Harlem, New York.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence "Bud" Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
Todd, when you've got fights in there that really believe they're going to win, that's when the action happens.
What a great venue, and what... We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
How did they not see that uppercut coming? You don't want to trade shots. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He just got caught with a big right. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Catch and shoot. These two fighters are made for one another. Insane action. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Get your mind back on the job.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
You've let him back into the fight. You're not even in the same league as him. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there and win the round.
Get your mind back, doing what you're doing. The gap's full of pair. Just keep him on the end of it.
Just get your shots off and don't give him anything, all right?
Go get it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Ready for...
On to the second round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Swing and a miss with that hook. They have no respect for each other's punching power. That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Punch, counter punch. He threw the hook, didn't land. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt, look.
There's the bell to start round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Good counter punching. A lot of effort being exerted here. He's These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Good counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Good counter punching. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. The courage on display here is incredible. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Nice round, good round. I like that, I'm happy. Relax now, a good...
Terrible round that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight.
We will take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
Switch on. Get your boxing back together. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's just get out there.
Here we go to the fourth round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That uppercut doesn't land. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
And he just misses with that jab. That hook doesn't score. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightness.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Just misses with that uppercut. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That jab misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Round feel good. You were thinking
Out there and win the round. Get your...
And there's the bell for round 5. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
It's all offense all the time. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
The straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Which fighter will say no mas? This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Miss with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over. Hold it right there. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
boxing, be smart. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Good man, good man. Just
All right. Only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it.
stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Don't fight, because he's going to be confident. I want you to go back out there, take his confidence away. Go out, and in the first minute, stick him in the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace and get your momentum back.
Bury it up a little bit so we can't figure you out. Great work.
You've done all that work all the way through camp, and
Next time, sets him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely
son, and get your boxing back together. Come on,
otherwise you'll see it and ride it out. Go up there.
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back in the... And there's the bell to start round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Tried to score with the uppercut. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
That left hook just missed. Uppercut just missed. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Crawford just got rocked. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. And there's the bell for round 7. Nice counter. The straight right just misses. The straight right just misses. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Deciding to let it all. Sugar Ray is down. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points for losing around.
Robinson hit hard, and he may be ready to go. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who. Whoa, wait a minute! Crawford's legs are all over the place. Talk about Robinson in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
You're better than that, kid.
It's good work, that's it. You know, breathe, just get your breath back.
Get your rhythm back, and we'll go again. Get your mind back.
Good work. Don't forget the job, and don't get carried away. Think about
Back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Switch on.
And there's the bell for round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Incredible work rate. It's all offense all the time. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Crawford is dazed. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay? What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards.
as a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan, what a result.